This is the V911 helicopter from WLTOYS. In this video, I do some flight testing, indoors and outdoors, and some review thoughts for the helicopter. Be sure to check out my previous video where I do my initial review. I would like to thank T-Mart for providing the helicopter for a review. Okay, so we're going to do some flight testing indoor first. First, let me show you how you turn this thing on. So first you want to turn on the transmitter. Wait for it to stop beeping there, and then you can put the battery in. So you're going to put the battery in, and the LED on the helicopter will start blinking. You want to let the helicopter sit still and steady. So you can see it blinking, and now it's solid. Okay, now it's ready to go. If I do a little bit of movement with the ailerons, you can actually see the pitch of the blades changing. Also the elevator. Okay, so since this is the first flight, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it on mode 1, which is the low rates, just so we can get the most control. Also, since we're indoors, we'll want a little bit slower controls here, and we'll start out with that and we'll see how it goes. Do a little hovering test here first, just to make sure I can keep it hovered, and we can trim it out if we need to. Got a little bit of ground effect from the cable there. It has a lot of control, a lot of authority. I'm liking this helicopter. Let's try doing some turns. The turns are very controlled. You'll notice as I turn it and I let go of the control, it'll just stick that turn, it'll stick that stop very well. Has very good head locking control. Okay, let's try a little bit of forward movement. Okay, and backward movement. Let's try doing some side-to-side movement. Now I'm barely moving the control. It doesn't take a lot. If I really wanted more movement, I could do that. Again, I'm just on low rates right now. Now let's try some just throttle control up and down and see how well that works. So I'm just barely moving the controls here. This thing's got a lot of authority to it, even on lower rates. So you don't have to do too much. Okay, so we did some flight testing of the helicopter, and I wanted to just provide some final thoughts about it. First of all, I thought the flight characteristics were just really nice. For a helicopter of this cost, it was very, very stable, indoors and outdoors. I wouldn't recommend flying this in heavy wind. I would just do some light wind, and I think the manual recommends lighter wind also. But it handles very nicely. It handles with authority. If you really want to push this thing and make it go, it'll go. It feels like it's got a lot of power for just a 1-cell battery. And if you need that extra push, especially if it's windy outside, just put it in high rate mode, and it'll go. I did a little bit of range testing too to see how far I could take it, and honestly, once it starts getting so far away where you can't even see it anymore, you're really not even able to get your orientation. So I wasn't able to actually get it out of range to where I was losing signal with it. I didn't experience any issues with signal quality, no dropouts or any time I felt that I lost the signal. The appearance of this thing is pretty sweet. It looks very nice. I think it has very nicely molded lines here and coloring on the front. It's a little bit wide in the front. I would have liked something a little bit skinnier, but I think a lot of these helis are like this, where they're wide like that. If you don't like this canopy color, you can get other canopies and other blade colors, which is kind of nice. But I kind of like this one, and I think the different striping on this is really nice. So I would recommend the V911 helicopter for a beginner or an intermediate pilot. It helps to have some experience before you fly this. They do recommend in the manual even doing some simulator training, which I always think is a good idea to do. But if you've flown some of the inexpensive helicopters before, you'd probably be able to pick this up just fine. And I think this is the next step probably when you want to transition from beginner to intermediate. But overall, I think this is a great helicopter. If you compare this to inexpensive helicopters that you might buy at the mall or at a regular toy store, this is way better. Don't waste your money on a helicopter like that. I would go for something like this. Even if you were just a beginner and you want something that's more powerful and more flexible, you're going to have more fun with this than you'll have with one of those other helicopters. And you can't really beat the price on something like this. It's just incredible and also because you're getting the gyro and you're getting the stability out of this thing. It's really impressive. Okay, so that's been my review of the V911 helicopter. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any comments, questions, please post them in the video notes. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching the M Mary 2 channel. Click to subscribe for more exciting RC videos.